Well, I have the absolute privilege of coming to you from the future because of technical difficulties. This part, what ended up happening in the original, I guess, gameplay recording was Nate and I, we have to record our audio separately from the game and then sync it up later. That's something I think a lot of you on this channel already know about. We use Audacity to do that, and then we go in, add it to Premiere Pro, and there's raw gameplay footage, and we match it up time-wise with it, right? So what happened was the gameplay was also recording audio through OBS, so we were talking twice. And I would have just gotten rid of the Audacity file, but it was, you couldn't even hear us. It was like, so I needed to share this part of the game with you.
It's dark inside the communication towers. You should use your night vision or thermal goggles. Be careful. There are always a lot of soldiers guarding the communication tower. The walkway is directly between the communications towers. Head for there.
Because we are on one of the most frustrating parts of the game of all time that I had to do so many different times just to beat the first way through, and it is kind of a chunk of the game here, so I didn't feel like it was something that could be ignored. Basically, you open this door up, right? And once you get in here, there's going to be guns, I don't know what you'd say, like sentry turrets on the walls everywhere, and there's going to be soldiers charging you from up and down, just trying to kill you, all at the same time. So I kind of try and lure some of them out to get through here, but there's really no way to do it perfectly. You just kind of have to deal with it and do your best. Somehow we made it through, but yeah, for some reason I spent forever looking through my inventory here, and I don't really feel like editing this, so let's see what happens. So here we go. Here's the guys coming from behind us. And then we had to just run all the way up these stairs. And you might think, oh, it's just some stairs, some guys are going to chase you. It's ridiculous, because you'll have guns trying to shoot you, you'll have cameras, you'll have these guys randomly charging you, and so you kind of have to throw these stun grenades, which for some reason don't affect Snake, and just keep pushing while they hopefully knock the guys out long enough for you to keep moving through. The original times I did this, I didn't even know you could use these stun grenades, so it just took me forever. Oh, and sometimes they take like years to go off. So I don't really get what the point of this was, if it was just Kojima trying to piss me off, but it worked, if it was.
Snake, that's the door to the walkway.
It won't open, even if I use the card.
Huh? Oh, that's right, I totally forgot.
Do you know something?
That door sometimes gets frozen shut because it's so cold outside.
Next time, tell me beforehand. So what should I do?
It's impossible to open from the inside. They always used C4 or something from the outside.
From the outside? You can't open it from the inside?
Sorry, it's impossible. But don't worry, you'll get through. There are two walkways that connect Tower A and Tower B. The other one's on the roof. You should just use the walkway on the roof.
Yeah, so this is the point where you basically have to just keep going all the way up. Oh yeah, that's right. I thought the audio was way too loud here. You basically have to go all the way up to the top of this tower now. But hey, since I am coming at you from the future, I can give you some future things that hadn't happened at this point. My fiance moved in with me, so she's going to be in some videos. I don't think she's really in any of the Metal Gear ones, but I know she's in some of the FNAF videos near the end, and when we play through Arkham Origins Cold Cold Heart, she'll be in some of that as well. So that'll be fun. I know I'm not the most interesting person by myself, please bear with me. This is the dumbest crap, by the way. So they will charge you from behind and in front. No matter what you do, it's like you're literally just getting sandwiched here. So I had to just keep trying to drop these, but if you get too far away, they don't even work. Yeah, I have no idea how to describe my blood pressure during this part of the game. Come on, just go off. Like, I'm getting secondhand anxiety watching this again. Yeah, it hit a point where I tried to stun them and then just keep shooting them over and over. I would hope that if there's a remake, this part is done better. Because this is one of the few parts of the game I just think is horrible. I really do think it's bad. At least they give you the stun grenades to do this, but wow. Jeez. I was gonna tell you guys something interesting. So where my fiance is from in Maine, because we've talked a little bit about theaters and stuff on this channel, right, and the movie industry, and how it's really going through a rough time right now with, you know, the pandemic and everything. Well, some of the movie theaters now they've shut down permanently. Like, they've gone out of business totally, and they just said, like, yeah, we're not coming back. There was really no stimulus to help them out, which I think is really a failure. I don't want to get too political here, but I think it's really just kind of a failure of our country that, like, there hasn't really been much help, and it's from both political sides, so I don't even think it's one or the other, where it's like Canada, the people are getting like $2,000 a month almost for quite a while to help them out of this pandemic, right? We got almost nothing. I think in America we've gotten a total of $2,600 so far, and we're gonna get another $1,400 supposedly. I never got $600 of that money, by the way. Just didn't come to me. So I don't know. It's just a problem.
There's a walkway up on the roof.
Yeah. So meanwhile, does Campbell have anything to say?
The walkway door won't open, huh?
Wait a minute, Snake. According to these satellite photos that Mei Ling got, it looks as if there's a walkway on the roof as well.
You can take that to the other side, too.
Be careful, Snake.
Yeah, I don't know. So it's one of those things, too, where, like, with the stimulus and stuff, you would think there'd be more of them to help businesses. I know there were some, but it's like these theaters just can't stay in business at all. And I think people think, you know, that it'll work out for them because it's convenient to watch stuff at home, but I really think it'll make prices go up.
I made it to the roof.
You must be exhausted, Snake.
It was no big deal.
Snake, I'm monitoring you closely. Your heart rate is elevated and your breathing is shallow.
What's the matter, Snake? You out of shape from all that dog mushing? Then climb down and proceed north.
Otacon, I'm up on the roof.
That was a pretty fast climb.
I wanted to go slowly, but someone there forced me to move faster.
Oh. Well, you can relax, because there's an elevator in Tower B. That walkway will take you to Tower B.
That is a FAMAS. It is a bullpup-style assault rifle. It is durable and easy to use. Very resistant to overheating. It is a reliable weapon with smooth action. It can fire up to 1,000 rounds per minute. On full auto, you will empty a 25-round magazine in a few seconds. So, the terrorists intentionally set their deadline to coincide with the signing of the START 3 Accord. According to the terms of START 3, both Russia and the US are to reduce the number of their nuclear warheads in deployment to between 2,000 and 2,500 missiles. The current president has not yet had any major foreign policy successes. His term will be up soon, and the word at the White House is that he desperately wants this one for the history books.
Typical politician.
It is a big concern for him and his supporters.
Alright, so we're pretty close to actually when we're going to find Liquid again. Not to, I guess, spoil the game coming up, but there's a lot of frustrating parts in this, you know, I guess 45 minutes to hour-long section where it's just like you getting destroyed over and over again, and it's like, oh, what's the matter? You can't take it? But this is another one of those parts which got very obnoxious, sort of. I mean, this one's at least easy to get out of.
Damn! Snake! I'm afraid I can't let you get past here. Liquid. You're not going any farther. Die! It's a long way down. If I had a rope, I should be able to use that rope I got. What are you going to do? Take on a hind with your bare hands? Now you're mine! If I stay here, I'm finished.
So what's funny is you needed the rope, and I have no idea what happens if you didn't have it with you. I didn't look it up either. Maybe one of you guys would know. But I think you actually need it to progress the game here. So I don't know if you'd have to go all the way back down the stairs and get it and find it or what. But this is the way to go. And this section reminds me of Spider-Man on the PS1. You guys would probably remember this section where you have to climb up a building while a helicopter is shooting at the side of it. And I almost was wondering if Spider-Man copied this.
Wow, Snake! You're like an action movie star.
Totally different.
Huh?
This is real, not some prearranged stunt. If I screw up, there are no retakes.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Are you hurt, Snake? Come on, Snake, you can do it.
Here's how to rappel. Press the X button to jump away from the wall. While you're away from the wall, press down on the directional button to drop down. If you jump while pressing right or left on the directional button, you can make a big jump in that direction. If you press and hold the circle button while using the directional button, you can walk slowly across the wall. If you're careful with the timing, you should be able to dodge the gunfire from the hind while you rappel down. If anyone can do it, you can, Snake.
Alright, so here we go in another part of the game where you can get just royally boned. I was going to tell you guys too, we do have some upcoming projects that we're working on here. Maybe I shouldn't call them projects. I mean, we just play games. But we are going to be playing through Arkham Origins Cold Cold Heart. I think I already said that. Another one, my fiance Jill and I have started playing through, what was it, Tomb Raider Legend. That's what I was trying to think of. Because Tomb Raider's been rebooted twice, so that's like the first reboot. It's like a different timeline than the original. And let's see, what else? Nate wants to start Assassin's Creed 2 soon, which we haven't done yet. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting too. Oh, FNAF just ended, so that's done. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. I know too that I think when Jill and I beat Tomb Raider Legend, we want to play Silent Hill 1. But we are going to circle back to some sequels here eventually. You know, like we're going to circle back to Metal Gear Solid 2. It's going to be a little bit. We're going to circle back to Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. We're going to circle back eventually to Silent Hill 2. And we're going to, you know, but I mean, Silent Hill's not even out. FNAF 3, but that'll be a while. I know we are planning to play through some of the, this is such a dumb part. We're planning to play through some of the Assassin's Creeds, but I don't even remember how many. Because, like, that's sort of up to who I'm playing with. I don't think we'll be playing through all of them, though. Oh, jeez. I might just die on this part. I don't even remember. But again, this is like, this 45-minute stretch of the game is just such a dickish part of it. Just find the freaking Nikita missile, man. You can't read. Yeah, because it's like you just have to keep doing this. At least this is the way I found to do it. But sometimes they don't die. Also, somehow I just realized a couple days ago that missile is the same one that Snake has in Smash Bros, his guided missile. I, for some reason, never put that connection together, and I don't get how I didn't. Hey, this is stupid. Do I not make it through here? Seriously? Come on, man. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, we can actually move on. But I'm telling you, man, I don't know what they were thinking in this stretch of the game. It's just over and over. First you have the stairway, then you have the Hind on the roof, then you have the Hind show up and troll you everywhere, then you have the guys just trying to blast you as you cross the bridge. It's so obnoxious. But at least with this, we can actually do something to that helicopter. I don't know, I love this game. It did age surprisingly well, I think, and I really love this story, but there's just certain parts of it that feel so frustrating, I guess for no real reason to me. Maybe it's just a lack of patience, but I don't remember Metal Gear Solid 2 feeling that way as much. But at the same time, I like this more because Snake. But I don't know, the story to Metal Gear Solid 2 is probably deeper. There's a real back and forth here on quality of...
Snake,
they're both amazing.
I'm coming out there. Just hold on, okay?
The staircase is broken. Tough luck. Looks like the elevator's the only way up now. Okay, Snake. I want you to head up there right away.
You have Stinger missiles. Now you have at least got a chance against the Hind.
Only a chance?
Well, you are not exactly evenly armed. That Hind is a monster. You have only a small chance to win, but at least it's better than no chance.
That's a pretty grim analysis, Nastasha.
To shoot down that Hind, you...
I was going to talk to you guys about something really weird to me. There was an article that came out about Black Panther 2, and Ryan Coogler was talking about it, and talking about how hard it is to actually move on without Chadwick Boseman. And I was thinking, like, yeah, no shit, he was Black Panther. You know, like, imagine if Tom Holland sadly passed away. Obviously, the person's life matters more than the movie, at least to me. But, you know, what would you do? Like, how would you move on from that without not having, or while still having a movie? I don't know how you'd even do that. It's the character.
It's me, don't shoot! It's me, Snake!
Otacon, how'd you get here?
Well, it wasn't as dramatic as your entrance, believe me. I'm afraid of heights.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was watching. I was riding in the back of their truck, thanks to the stealth camouflage.
How did you get up here?
The elevator, of course.
The first floor of the circular staircase was destroyed.
That's why I took the elevator.
The elevator was working?
Yeah, that's right. You're incredible. Like a movie hero or something.
No, you're wrong. In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
You mean Meryl? Sorry. Forget I said anything. Snake, there's something I've really got to ask you. It's why I followed you up this far. Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
No, I mean, I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you, do you think love can bloom even on a battlefield?
Yeah, I do. I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other. But if you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
I think so too.
I have a favor to ask.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it'll be easy.
I told you before I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't want you to either.
Okay.
The elevator is stopped down there. I want you to get it to move. You see?
That's weird.
It was working before, but now it isn't.
Maybe the panel's broken.
Can you fix it?
It was working before. If it's the mechanism, leave it to me.
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and hold the fort. Good luck.
You really look like hell. Are you okay?
Don't worry. If I do this, it doesn't matter. I just pretend like I'm not here, and then I'm not scared.
Strange logic. I'm counting on you.
What a good pal. Anyways, yeah, I don't understand how they're going to do this with Black Panther. I did want to go back to this because that is the whole character, you know? I think that they almost have to move to Shuri being Black Panther. You know, I think they already said they're not going to recast Boseman's character. They're not going to recast T'Challa. For some reason, I can't speak. So it's like, what do you do with that, you know? I almost thought that there just shouldn't be another one. I thought that you should introduce, you know, a second Black Panther maybe in a separate movie. You know, almost like how Black Panther was introduced in Civil War. I don't really know if making an entirely standalone movie is the best place to do that. And I don't know, like, is it... They say they want to honor Chadwick Boseman's legacy, and I get that. And I'm not trying to say, like, oh, these guys are, like, assholes or whatever, but to me it almost comes off more like Disney trying to just capitalize on the Black Panther's name after somebody died. It's a double-edged sword, you know, like, I don't know Chadwick Boseman. You know, I've always felt a little bit of a connection to the guy just in the sense that, like, he died from almost the exact same type of cancer that my dad died from, which is very odd to me, but I suppose it's a common thing, you know. But it's weird to me because it is a double-edged sword. I'm sure, you know, despite not knowing him, Chadwick Boseman probably wouldn't have wanted them to just can the thing, right? Because Black Panther was important to him. That character was an important cultural character, you know, and while I just like it as a superhero movie, it meant a lot more to a lot of other people, you know, as more than that. But at the same time, you know, the corporations that run these things, like Disney, Marvel, all of them, not to say that they're just heartless bastards all the time, but, you know, they're a corporation. They're there for money. And so how do you balance that? You know, like, how are you not just taking advantage of somebody dying to make a movie? But then if you canned it, probably the guy who, you know, it meant that much to anyway, who did sadly pass away, would be unhappy with that too. I don't know. You know, that's one of the issues too, like, not to make it all about the movies, but that's one of the issues with how intertwined these characters are with their actors, you know? Look at Princess Leia. As soon as Carrie Fisher sadly passed away, it was like, oh, what do we do with this? You know, how do we respect this? Well, we're not going to CGI her in. You know, what do we do here? It's a pretty fresh
You're gonna
thing.
go after that hind now?
Yeah.
I can still hear the sound of its rotors. It's just circling the tower. He must be waiting for you.
Yeah, well, you won't hear it for much longer.
Good. In the meantime, I'll fix the elevator so you can use it later.
What a pal. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see how they'll handle that, I guess. I mean, I don't have much more to add to it other than it's just weird. Hopefully not something that we see a lot of, but I always liked Shuri. I thought that she could add more to the MCU. She's really smart. She reminds me a lot of Tony Stark in that way, like with her intelligence and stuff. So, I mean, I guess to see her being Black Panther, if they go that route, would make me happy. But people have been kind of mad at Letitia Wright for stuff that she's said. I haven't at all. I agree with her, but, you know, a lot of people have been just upset with her, like, you know, questioning things and stuff, and I don't know. It's so weird to me. I might say this in a different video. I don't know. I just want to get it out quick. People were mad at Letitia Wright for asking questions about the whole vaccine, but it's like the same people who are mad about that should know the history that, like, black people in this country were screwed over by vaccines, you know? Like, there was all kinds of crap in vaccines given to communities of color and just people in poorer areas in general just to hurt them or giving them lower quality and stuff. I mean, it's just bad. So you'd think people would empathize with that.
You're fighting that hind.
It looks like Liquid really wants to have a showdown with you. I'm looking at Mei Ling's digitally enhanced satellite images right now.
Snake, he's waiting for you. He's just circling around like a buzzard.
I hope everyone's enjoying the live broadcast.
Sorry, Snake. I wish I could do something to help.
Snake, I don't like it. Please don't go up to the roof.
I have to. I can't run from this one.
What is it, Snake? The Chinese say it is the strong swimmer who most often drowns. It is because the strong swimmer overestimates his abilities and underestimates the strength of the river. You are probably quite used to the mission now, but don't get careless.
So, the snake's finally come out of his home. Are you ready now, my brother?
Why are you calling me brother? Who the hell are you?
I'm you. I'm your shadow.
What?
Ask the father that you killed. I'll send you to hell to meet him.